So this is my last day here in Korea, and it's been way too cold to find any wildlife, especially reptiles. It's been 30 degrees roughly Fahrenheit, sometimes colder, sometimes a little bit warmer, but way too cold. I've been here for 2 weeks. So instead I thought I'd make a video about what it's like to be American traveling in Korea, just because I wanted to make something. So thought it would be fun. So let's talk about lessons learned real quick. So when I arrived at the hotel, I see this power outlet, no problem. I have a power adapter from Walmart that, you can change the type and it slides out whatever you need. So this type says UK and Hong Kong on it. And I figured, well, that seems reasonable. It looks like it's going to fit right up in there. And I plugged it in, and it fit. And the light came on the side. So, perfect. So my next step, because I wanted to charge my camera batteries and phone all at the same time, and flashlight, was I'd plug my American power strip into this. Well, I did. And this was my first night here. Plugged it right on in here, and it fit perfectly. And immediately, the fuse on this, presumably the fuse blew, and immediately filled the room with a nice smell of burning electronics. It's a shame. This was my favorite power travel strip, but there's a little less weight I'm going to bring home. I probably could change the fuse in it, but I'd rather carry a little less weight anyway. So, as it turns out, in Korea, they use these outlets, which is also an option of mine. It's not what happens to be here next to the bed, but I can go ahead and retract those, push that out, and now I can use the power outlet here, no problem. So, not that power outlet. I didn't notice it, but it happened to be the power outlet here, the round one. Oops. So, that's a lesson learned. And it turned out, I didn't realize, but it turned out I just found today on my last day here, this power strip in a drawer in the room that I had never bothered to look in. So, yeah, make sure you know what adapters to use at the right time. I'm pretty sure I probably sent something like 220 volts to that little power strip. Whoops. So this is my bathroom at the hotel in Korea. Yep, you got to figure out how to work one of those. Sliding pocket doors, which are nice. Also a closet. Oh, there's slippers, I didn't even realize. And a weird door that I didn't realize. Where does that go? Must just be for the plumbing. Interesting. There. I really didn't realize any of this was here. Wow. That would have been helpful. Oh well. Alright, so we got this pocket door, sliding door, sorry. That's the bathroom. Here's the bedroom. But here's the interesting part. The wall. Let's try this, see if this works. The wall becomes a window to the shower and the bathroom. It's different to me. Okay, I need to check out and leave for the airport very, very soon. Um, but there's a couple topics I want to talk about from the things I read and my experiences. Um, One is safety. Everybody rants and raves about how safe Korea is and South Korea. And, in my experience, that's pretty true. But I'm a fairly large male um, and apparently look fairly scary. In the less crowded alleyways and streets, people would actually move across the street to stay away from me, and um, actually, girls would literally run past me or around me, which I found pretty interesting. I just can't figure out why people on the streets of Korea seem to try to avoid me. Um, that said, never felt like I was in danger. I was still exercising a lot of caution, and I don't allow people to walk behind me, habits like that. In this clip, you can see me using a J-hook maneuver to shake somebody that was walking behind me. I do this fairly frequently because I don't, especially if there's multiple people, I don't want them behind me where I can't see what's going on. I'm trying to keep the camera concealed here, and that's why it looks like that I don't have awareness of them until they pass by, but that's completely incorrect. It's just I'm keeping that camera hidden and facing it away from them as they pass by. In this clip, you'll see me do the same thing, and once again, is this absolutely necessary? Probably not. It's exercising an abundance of caution, especially late at night. Jet lag, can't sleep, out walking around. Be careful everywhere you go. Um, there's not a lot of actively visible police presence around the streets, at least where I'm staying. However, there's cameras everywhere. Um, I believe they're monitored 24/7, looking for indications of crime, and police probably respond right away, even without the calls. There is cameras everywhere. So, is Korea safe? So far, in my 2 weeks of experience, yes, but no place is perfect. Always exercise caution. Um, I look big and scary. That might affect how I experience the world, I suppose. It's not like I'm scary looking. Um, yeah. So using Google Translate is a lifesaver. You can put on the camera mode and just look at whatever you're trying to read. It will translate it real time for you. If you want, you can even take a picture and then upload the picture into Google Translate. I found that helpful where there were a lot of words and very fine print, so then I could zoom in. Um, Works great for menus, right? If you need to read menus, this is the way to do it. Okay, so here you can see using Google to translate in real time what it's looking at. Pretty helpful for traveling, uses both in Korea and Japan, and it's pretty indispensable, really. Here's another example of the same thing, just looking at a soju bottle. Let's see, racism. There's a lot of talk about Korea being a very racist country. Is it possible? Yes, it's possible. I've read a lot of reports about people being denied entry into restaurants and clubs and things like that. Well, I don't go to clubs. Can't speak to that. But the restaurants, I had no problems, even where I had difficulty communicating. Um, I didn't experience the racism. That doesn't mean it's not happening, but I felt generally accepted everywhere. At one point, I was sitting on a picnic bench outside of a convenience store, and two drunk guys started saying something about tourists. I ignored it, don't care, doesn't affect my life anyway. Using taxis can be challenging depending on the level of communication. Google Translate helps a lot. Also, I had pre-printed my destinations where they were known, the addresses, so if I ever got in a pinch, I handed them the card that said where I wanted to go. Even had them laminated. Excuse me. Even had them laminated so that they would last the whole trip. I also did that for Japan, so I had them in Japanese and Korean. Well, I misplaced my laminated address cards, but here's my laminated nature photography, reptiles, and amphibians card. Japanese, Korean, Arabic, English, Malay, Indonesian, and Tagalog. I'm in an entertainment district. I don't know if that changes how I experience the world. There's clubs and bars and karaoke clubs and you name it, everywhere. Sex toy vending machines. I really wanted to get in to take a picture, but I can't without scanning a Korean ID, which I do not have. Tattoos. Read in Korea, tattoos are not necessarily socially acceptable. I'm covered in tattoos, but I did wear long sleeves almost the entire time I was here, so can't really speak to what that would have changed. I know in Japan, you can be asked not to stay at a hotel, asked not to go to a sauna, stuff like that. The beach, if you have visible and exposed tattoos. I have seen people here in Korea with tattoos that were Koreans. Um, I'm not sure that it's as important as it is in Japan. The culture may have started being more accepting than previous. Tell you there's a lot of pet dogs here, and they're all pampered and wearing little vests and sweaters and fancy haircuts. And I mean, there are a lot of dogs here as fancy pets, so I don't think everybody's eating them. That might be it for now. I gotta check out. So, thank you. Alright, here's some hopefully helpful advice for South Korea. First up, if you're hungry but feeling shy, look for a restaurant with an automatic kiosk and use the Google Translate or hit the English button because many of them actually have English buttons. You might have to use Google Translate to find the English button, however. In this city, and what I believe most big cities, every building is multiple floors of shops, restaurants, bars, clubs, and other services. If you're only exploring street level, you're completely missing out on the whole world above and below ground. If you walk into a restaurant and there's a platform to step onto, that means you have to take your shoes off before you step up. And in some places, not only do you have to take your shoes off, but you also have to sit on the floor. Also, while you're watching this B-roll video, that's the new Samsung semiconductor fab that they're building, and this thing is miles long. Anyway, if you are eating with people, you do not fill your own drinks, but you do fill everyone else's, and then they will fill yours. In many restaurants, especially like Korean barbecue, they'll bring out tons of plates of fixings and other add-ons, and you really only order the main part, which for Korean barbecue would be the meat. All the toppings and fixings are communal and shared with your table. I'll try to inject some pictures of that here. I thought I edited out this tunnel that we're driving through right here. Anyway, if you have a habit to finish your food on your plate, then you're going to be in a cultural impasse, because Koreans are taught to keep filling your plate back up. So if they see you picking off your plate, that's an indicator that you're still hungry. So they're going to keep ordering more food and giving you more food. And then on the other hand, you're conditioned to eat that food and get it off your plate. So you'll just get stuck in a continuous loop. The same goes for beverages as well. Just some interesting cultural differences there, but if you know about them ahead of time, it helps a little bit. CBA's in a Walmart-like store. The escalator's flat, there's no stairs.
된장찌개. 찌개 means soup. 1kg예요.
That's not a fire alarm, is it? There's so much food.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a video of you triggering it. Unless you poke a hole through the bottom.
Okay.
Oh, no trigger.
많이 들어간 거 아니야?
If you don't mind. Whenever
okay.
you're ready.
Cheers. 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 Yeah.
I want to.
No, we are plenty of
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, cheers, cheers.
Eddie, this one I learned from SY. I don't know right or wrong.
It worked.
Okay. Singapore way. Eddie, yours.
Thank you.
Wahyu.
Great.